All right, Roland, take it away.
Yay. Well, now that we have everybody here, I'm so glad. Yeah, I'm so glad that you guys are here. Thank you very much for joining us. We have Clint all the way over there and David. Yay. Thank you guys. I love our TSL representatives too. We even have our little sponsors here. We have Shabby Sabers. We have Smokey's Armory.
Sir,
And if you haven't gotten your Chubby Dog coffee yet, get Chubby Dog coffee in you because it's good stuff.
you got
And
Ethereum
so
Anvil
yeah,
there too with Clint.
yeah. That's right. Ethereum
Oh,
Anvil.
man.
Nice. So yeah, so we appreciate all of our sponsors. And this tonight's gonna be fun. We're gonna watch the last Starfighter event that was held here in Charlottesville out at Laughing Dragon Kung Fu. By the way, thank you, Laughing Dragon Kung Fu, for holding that. Um, and looks like it's gonna be some good fights.
Yeah, they're
Please,
basically fight.
gentlemen.
Nope, it's still
Yeah,
good. The basically some fights that I picked out that I thought were just particularly fun or particularly good fights. There was so many of them; it was very hard to choose. But yeah, I think this should be a good time.
yeah. Definitely feel free to jump in, talk about it, see what you see, let us know what you see. Talk over all of us. But yeah, it's gonna be good.
All right, here we go.
It's the first fight.
I
Oh
think it's
yeah.
Chico and Ryan. I think David was right.
Anytime Chico fights is always good.
Oh yeah.
Celtic Customs, that's right. I forgot
Ah,
those
there's
guys.
Vince.
Sorry.
I
Yay.
mean,
Yeah, it
Look at
says
that cute
Chico
butt.
Smith versus Ryan James.
Yep. Oh man.
Lightning on lightning.
Yep. Gumby versus
One thing I'll note, I know having seen some of these, I directed a lot of them, but you couldn't. I have no director's perspective on, from a technical perspective, what anybody's doing because I'm so focused on directing. So I couldn't tell you what I
yeah.
was thinking at that moment, other than if a cool exchange occurs. So
Right.
Yeah. I just dig your kilt, that's all. So
thank you. That's my newer one.
It's a trademark of David's, which
It
is
is.
something I admired all the way from the first day I met him.
and while there's
yeah. Ooh.
It's just
You'll
the
notice
athleticism.
Yeah, exactly right. It's
he
crazy.
loves to go low, but he
Mhm.
still pulls it off, even though you know he's going to do it half the time.
It's just super fast.
Yeah. I like Chico called him boneless.
Mhm.
He's just so freaking flexible. Ooh, the thrust.
Big thing I want, not in this match, but like I want to see less rolling of the back foot, man, when they're doing these lunges, because I'm like,
Yeah.
Some of
they
them break
might
an ankle.
be okay, but other people are going to turn their ankles. Like I
Yeah.
did it a couple times, and I'm looking back later. I'm like, I shouldn't do that.
I should
Mhm.
not do that. Yeah. Yeah.
So if you notice
I mean, when
my
you have no
sliding,
bones, it's convenient.
right? If you
Yes.
notice, I ain't been sliding as much as I used to either.
Yeah.
These aren't quite what they used to be.
Who needs knees?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I like that they're keeping their distance until they just decide, okay, now.
But they're reading layers on layers. This is really fun to watch because you can see them working it out in their head.
Mm-hmm.
Each exchange actually has 4 or 5 maybe strikes.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
His range is so deceptive, and
Mhm.
Chico's usually an aggressive fighter, and he's just keeping
having to
a
measure.
little
Yeah.
bit further away than he normally does because he just knows this guy's arms and just lunges are insane.
This is explosive.
Yep. Yep. Oh,
I'll say that when Chico goes for his thrust, I mean, Ryan knows that's coming too, but he can't stop it.
So in that case, basically what happened was is I 100% saw it the other way, and I couldn't override everybody, so that's why I just called it back.
Yep. That was a nice parry.
Mm,
And they're very good. They're not linear at all. They're constantly moving, angling.
yep.
This is
Yep.
an excellent fight.
Yeah.
Which sucked for
And
me
by the
because
way-
I was trying to squat, so I wasn't blocking the camera, and they kept moving.
Well, different camera. You weren't blocking the
Yeah.
web camera. This is the corner camera.
Yep.
So not
Yeah.
your fault.
Yeah.
We're just admiring your form.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
And the purple socks. They're beautiful.
Yes. Yeah. Also, David, I gotta say, I really appreciate the fact that you keep it moving. You just go, okay, here's the call. Here's why I saw this. Bang, and then okay, fight. I really appreciate that.
Hang on, wait for that sentence exchange. I'll explain that. Very nice. The big reason is that like if you can't make the decision within five seconds, you either got to call it back or you got to call a conference. You can't spend forever, and that's more timing. If you do that for 2-3 exchanges every match, suddenly you've added minutes to the day just on you doing
Yes.
that over and over again.
And it
Yes.
doesn't present confidence of the director. So yeah, that's always a
Right.
good practice. 5 seconds is an eternity sometimes, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I just did a HEMA tournament over the weekend, and there were times we had 8-9 second exchanges that they took 30 seconds to debate,
Mm.
and it was rapier
Yeah.
and dagger, more complicated, but
Oh yeah.
it
Definitely.
was exceedingly frustrating as a fighter because I was
Oh
like,
yeah.
I just, if you don't know, just throw it out. Like,
Right.
Right.
Don't steal my momentum.
yeah.
Make it clean.
There goes Ryan James again, sliding. Yeah, but yeah, that's exactly why I'm like, look, I totally get that there's going to be a call against me, whatever. Make the call so that I can adjust, do something about it, But yeah, I really do appreciate that.
Going back to that, Ryan has said it on a couple different opens for events. You're going to get
Mhm.
gifts and you're going to get,
Screwed.
Stolen from you. Yep.
exactly. It's just the nature of the sport, and hopefully, those are far and few between, but they're going to happen.
Mhm.
So in that case, I called the conference. I know it got edited out. The big thing there was that there wasn't a full confirmation. Judges calling opposite angles wasn't completely clear, and I wasn't going to end the match on an unclear,
Right.
Absolutely.
an unclear
That's always
call.
a good call.
Just because, like, at that point, you're gonna either make an enemy for the rest of your life. I say that as there are directors no longer with TSL who I still have animus towards for making. No, I'll just say bad calls at the end of
Me
end of a
too.
match in a match judging thing. So
Yeah,
so it's kind of
on
one
a
of those
tournament
things.
match. Yeah, on a
Me
tournament
too.
match, and yeah. When it could have been just let's do it again.
Right?
Yeah.
You should end it clean. I agree 100%. There
Yeah,
shouldn't
man,
be any
'cause
question there.
I think all the gentlemen assembled tonight don't want anything but a clean victory, whether they're the victor or the
Yeah.
You want to know you won, and you want to know you
Exactly.
lost, and that's better. If you did something that caused you to lose, then you want to know, and vice
Exactly.
versa.
I agree.
Absolutely. All right. Up next, we got myself in red versus Clayton in black.
Oh, yeah.
I had never fought Clayton before, and he is definitely a very knowledgeable fighter. He is so experienced, and he has measured down to like the
Yeah,
minute.
it's another case of athleticism with understanding of tempo and measure. Absolutely.
Mhm.
He's a very defensive fighter, actually, too. Like, he wants the other guy to make the first move so he can react off of it.
Which plays
It's
to your
just
advantage
worse.
when you have more reach.
Absolutely.
You have more time in that context because you have to travel a further distance.
Oof.
David, did you add the sound? Let me speak English. Did you add the soundtrack before? I mean, during or after?
No, that's me.
Oh.
That's Ryan. It's not me.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
all Ryan's corner camera.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm digging the audio.
Says a little bit to it.
Well, it's the same thing, with Unity. It makes it just such a little bit more.
That was nice.
It's
Ooh,
more
that was
entertaining.
really good.
Mhm.
We're definitely a little bit more linear than Chico and Ryan.
Definitely.
Well, the thing I noticed is actually Clayton's into cutting off angles. He's done it about 3-4 times now on you. You start to take the angle and he cuts you off. He purposely takes the angle to your angle. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it goes back to understanding, measure and knowing how to keep somebody outside of their preferred trajectory, right?
and he's putting him on the edge of the ring, and by putting him on the edge of the ring, it makes him make a move, which plays in the defensive fighter angle.
And
of
also,
it, so.
limits his escape. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's thinking.
Although right now I'm winning.
As well, you
stop
should.
doing your big flashy swings.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, when you're focusing on those, just simple make the contact kind of things, you were having more success. So.
Oh yeah.
I
I also had a lot of success with the party riposte on this one. I should have stuck with that a bit more.
You were really good at reading his little pokes just to gauge measure. You would be able to parry that and counter really well.
Mm.
All judges, red point.
That time he used it against me. I went to try. I was chasing his blade, and he moved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just has that reach where he's just taking a slight step, and with that reach, it just makes it that much more dangerous.
He's so tall.
Yeah, he clears his back shoulder and yeah.
Good call, Vince. It was just a slight. I just angled him off just barely. Thank you, David, for seeing that too.
And honestly, at high levels of sparring, you just need to know where the judges are. Yeah, I could hit him quick, but if nobody sees the inside of his arm,
it don't matter.
It doesn't matter.
I mean, you got a little lucky there in that, because that's something I do and it gets overlooked a lot. I make sure that it is seen. That if it happens,
there's a lot of
that
times you have to fight. You have to fight towards the line judge and fight towards the judge.
Fight towards the judge.
Yeah.
Fight towards the judge. Know where your audience is.
You got to make it clean. Make it clear.
Good. Love that.
But yeah, he can just take that step and just take the wide swipe on the hand, or that's kind of just where he can lean on.
Yep.
Because he can just stretch those legs back.
Yeah. So long.
See, it's slipped.
There you go.
Nice parry.
Yeah, I should have followed it up though.
Ooh.
Oh man.
Correct call.
As it should be.
And in that case, I think I saw Ryan hit first, more than likely.
It was too close to call.
And then the other judges called it otherwise. Yeah. So
On the other side, yeah.
That was one of those that falls under where we wanted to be clean at the end, which that was clean at the end. You could see him hit me first.
Yeah.
No shame
Well
in that
fought.
game.
Well fought.
Yeah, no shame in that game.
Great fight.
Good job.
All right. So it's Caitlin or Candace?
Candace, Caitlin's our
Candace.
FCA name.
Gotcha. So we
Yeah.
got Candace versus Isaac, and this was another one. I fought Candace, I think 2 years ago at Starfighter up in Maryland, and she was not the fighter she is now. Like, she really impressed in this tournament.
She was going through some really serious things personally that year. She's always been a very strong, very thinking fighter.
Mhm.
She had, I remember when I very first met her years ago, and immediately at a practice, you could see her talent. So I think she did. She went through a huge transition about 2 years ago, and now she's getting her mind back to herself. And hopefully we'll see more of her, because I expect her to do
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. And
She-
Isaac's no slouch. So Isaac
Yeah.
has been going up and down the East Coast winning karate tournament after karate tournament. So in open hand combat, he is a monster.
Very cool.
She did really good. I loved watching her fight all that weekend. She was really good.
She's another very subtle fighter. She is very much the kind of person to roll a blade over and touch the inside of your wrist, and you won't even know it.
Yep.
Oh, it's Isaac Coffee. Yeah, I really like this.
Mhm.
Really
Yeah.
enjoyed meeting him. And it was a lot of fun fight. I fought him in exotics. He was a lot of
Yeah,
fun.
he's a good fun fight. There it is. Yeah.
Oh! There's these two judges. Blue, slightly faster. Blue point. Fight!
There's some of that karate.
Excellent movement.
Mhm.
And he's young enough where he can do that the whole match, kind of like Chico, and not get tired. I couldn't do that.
Yeah, me neither. Not even in my heyday.
No, halfway through it'd be nap time.
Yeah, I mean the big difference you see is like Isaac has, he's into that first intention. Candace has always, has that second and third
Second and
intention
third,
always set up.
Or follow up or follow through.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Or understanding that I'm safe, I'm not safe with my progression. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
I didn't see that one.
Both had opposing angles. Blue point.
And Isaac's Virginia, right?
He is. He's with the Freedom Fighters right over the mountain from us.
Oh, that was a great fight. Okay. Sorry, you alright? You sure? Okay. Well, that was a great shot. Yeah. So, but we're not seeing anything from blue, right? No opposing. But after. So then, okay, that would just be no point. Yeah, I got you. Okay, yep. I'll do that. All right. No point. Let's try that. Fight! Oh! Is that a king? Red came around. Great combo.
She definitely has the blade work, but he's doing a really good job of staying just out of measure.
I wish I got to fight both of these people.
Yeah.
I didn't see them. I didn't see this match, and
Oh!
really wish I got to fight both of them. Honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Blue point. Fight!
And you see that really badass arming jacket she's wearing?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
She made that herself.
Nice.
What? That's
Yeah.
crazy. Good
She's an
job.
incredible seamstress on top of everything. That's hand stitched linen and linen and wool inside.
Nicely done.
All three judges, blue point. The 5 switch sides. Come on, Zach. Fighters ready. Fight!
This whole entourage taking forever to get to the other side of the ring.
Yeah.
Hey, it's not
Yeah,
like
those
the
freedom
Florida
fighters.
entourages.
Yeah, the freedom
I
fighters are
always,
big
I always
boys.
am usually the person without the entourage, so I'm always like, what are you even doing with 3 of you there? It's like one of you should be speaking, and maybe the other person is carrying a backup saber. What's the third person doing?
I mean, you gotta be gentle, right? It was the Masters entourage on both sides.
Just stand there menacing.
Like I say this as the person who usually does not have someone in my corner purposefully to a certain degree.
I need all help I can get. I want 35 people in my corner.
Oh, I need the help. I just, depending on what people are saying, it's got to be the right
Yeah, yeah.
person, because if you say certain
True.
things, I
Yes.
just,
Oh yeah.
it can make it
Yeah.
worse. It can make it worse for me, and my brain will.
Yeah. I tend not to listen
crazy.
even when they tell me stuff.
I actually don't listen to them at all, but I do love to look back there and have people in my corner. It's
Yeah,
really nice.
I can't hear anything when I'm wearing my helmet.
Exactly.
It's even worse if you have the Wakusi, the new one that I start, that I'm wearing.
Oh yeah,
now.
yeah.
Cobra
I love
Commander?
that.
It's even
The
more
Cobra
so
Commander
like
mask.
covering your ears like this pretty much all the time.
Oh wow.
Ugh. Like, so there's like a
Cobra.
level of muffle,
Mhm.
but you can take any shot you want and you won't feel it. So
Mhm.
Final exchange.
I think the big thing is Candace, obviously, doing the one-handed exchange, one-handed. They're both one-handed, but Isaac has a tendency to do the passing step. So I think that's slowing down his time to target. It's a bigger action. Candace has more time to react, so it gives her a jump, even though he has a size, reach, and even from a certain perspective, he has a jump advantage as well.
Yeah,
because he's very, very mobile.
Long. Yeah.
But you do those things to an experienced fencer, and they're going to see them. You're giving those tells away.
Right.
Pushed him. Oof.
I mean, that's also the danger of constantly tapping the blade, as you give them a measuring stick, essentially.
Yep.
As much as you might help you figure it out, you're also helping your opponent figure it out.
Basically, I saw blue. This judge also saw himself blue. Opposing viewpoint, not clear. We're gonna just run it again. All right.
Gotta be clear.
Same thing.
Yep.
Right. You're up. Saber up. Hold.
You're right there. That's where that reach out and slight pullback that Isaac does. She takes advantage of that, knows the exact distance, and then bam, comes in and makes the contact for the win. Like, an extended reach is great until you give them, someone that has a good knowledge of measure, and then they will punish you for that.
Yep. Next up is David and Liz.
Nice.
Yeah, like I say, it is more difficult to hear in that mask than other masks.
Yeah. Liz was saying that this is one of her more fun fights. She said she really enjoyed this fight.
I'm trying to remember it. So,
All right.
The whole
Well,
weekend was.
you're one of her idols, so like this is like fighting your hero. So she's having a ball right now.
I think the big thing I saw that I remember doing in that was I was getting too focused on the setting aside the blade. I mean, sometimes I fight in a more defensive style or counter style, but I was getting too focused on the blade, less focused on the fighter, and that was affecting my distance and my reaction time. Is the big thing I can see it in a couple exchanges.
I will say with both Liz and Christy, they're just very structured with their point guard, and trying to beat their blade out of the way just does not work half the time, I feel like.
Yeah.
For me, it's not necessarily beating it away. It's more like timing it. Your timing is off, as opposed to, like, I don't necessarily do the beat. I only do the beat parry if they've already made a move, but I was actually I was only looking at that as opposed to what their body was doing. So it was affecting my targeting. It's something I continually struggle with.
Snuck in nicely there, though.
Yeah, that shoulder was shot was nice.
This is moving pretty well, though.
Yeah. For somebody who like just picked up a blade freaking a couple months ago, I mean, seriously, I love watching Liz, fight. It's one of those things.
She's natural.
Just so good. Yeah.
I think it's been a little bit longer than that, though. Probably about a year and a half.
Right, yeah. About a year and a half. But, I mean,
funny.
she's been. Go ahead.
I was talking with her. She almost didn't come back after that first sparring with us.
Yeah. But yeah, exactly. She's been to like what, maybe 4, 5 tournaments now.
I think more like 6 or 7 if you count like the local ones.
Yeah. Sure enough. Yeah, the local ones too. Yeah, but because once she sort of got a taste of what it actually meant, and was started doing it, bang, she's really just got her teeth into it and loves it.
David, you have beautiful
footwork.
footwork.
So beautiful.
What was that? Sorry.
I said you have beautiful footwork.
Thank you. I was trying for something specific there and it didn't work, but I looked good doing it.
Oh.
I do also appreciate your transitions between the different guards. It's really fluid too.
I've in the last year I've not done longsword the entire time I've been training, other than learning longsword techniques with the lightsaber, but now I've been actively doing longsword. So
I see the flugs of Umtag. Fools go.
Yeah.
No, it's all Italian, so no, I don't use those crap words.
Oh,
those Germans.
It's going boar's tooth to open iron door to to middle iron door to I'm just kidding. It's there's only so many ways you can move it.
Yeah.
But no, we're Fiore based. So.
So wait, that's red point then instead of blue?
No point.
No point. Got it.
Are you ready? Fight.
Oh.
There it was just focusing solely on the blade. I wasn't looking at the body, and that's my big issue. Is like I get that in my head, and honestly, that a lot of people do it. So it's not like it's abnormal. But the body is, once you can train yourself to know the pro tip. The once you can focus on the body, you'll actually get better reaction times and better reading of your opponent. The blade is a distraction.
Yeah.
15 seconds. Final exchange.
See, the other thing is Liz is she's one of the reasons why I'm liking her now is she's just now learning how to sort of play and have fun in the moment, and whatever you're throwing at her, she's not so focused on, is this the right response? She's like, okay, this is fine. She's actually just sort of enjoying the fight for what it is, and that makes her better.
Well, that was good at the end, David. You locked her in the corner there. She couldn't move
Yeah.
around, and
And
yeah,
move.
and I did the right thing of taking the angle instead of moving at a linear. I took the angle on the step, which is what I try to do, but I forget to do it. So
Hi,
that
Ryan.
was that was the good that was what I really tried to do there. Because in the last one, the last exchange prior to that, the one that Liz got, I went straight down the line. And that
Okay.
was
So,
that was
yeah.
why she got that point, because I went straight down the line, reading the blade, and there I was reading. I even saw it the second time. I was reading something in her body, so I took the angle and then took the arm because I knew that the body indicated that she was
Where she
coming
was-
on
yeah.
my left side, her right side. So I knew that was happening. So taking the angle added enough time for her before she can make contact, so I can make the contact.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and that's
All
why
right,
you look at
Vin-
the body and not the blade.
absolutely. All right, Vince, let's watch you take on the bear.
Oh.
Fighters, acknowledge your opponent.
Yeah, because I think
Those
I'd
freedom
only fought
fireballs.
him once before at a light speed event,
Red fighter.
Yep.
and I knew he
Mm.
was fast.
Ready.
Was this a pool match or was this
I don't know.
I don't remember.
and who is the other fighter? You just said the bear, so I don't know who that is.
Anthony.
Anthony.
Yeah, Anthony Robertson.
Red point.
Okay.
So he is a Virginia fighter. He's from over the
Freedom
mountain
Fighters.
with the Freedom Fighters.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
What town in particular?
Middlebrook. They're
This
building a
is
good group over there.
Yeah, they got what, 6 or 7?
They
yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Honor.
It's Sprague and then
Red point.
a couple of these guys.
Sprague, Anthony, Cole. You've got Big Ryan, Isaac, and Kayla, who's
Yeah.
standing over in the corner here, is Isaac's fiance, and actually they're about to go on a trip across America. But she's also a karate champion in the women's division, and she's going to be picking up saber fighting, and she'll be one to
Oh
watch as
man,
well.
that's gonna
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
dangerous.
She's gonna be dangerous. She's gonna be fun.
I think Virginia's stacking the female.
Yep. We are.
We're stacking whatever we can, man.
Exactly right.
Get on top, you keep that with the little legs top. You have it at the same time. Simultaneous, first match, nothing done. Fighters ready. Fight.
Yeah, this was a really tough fight. He's just
Mhm.
he's a very patient fighter,
Mhm.
and I'm used to being able to, you know,
Draw 'em in.
Yeah.
or
play
like,
and-
get them to flinch, and he just
Yeah,
doesn't flinch.
Yeah, he was somebody I wanted to fight too before I left. I didn't get the opportunity.
You see that he didn't even budge when I tried to do a fake thrust in.
Red line judge,
Mhm.
nothing done. Sir, do you mind moving just slightly this way or that way? You can't see the screen.
Mostly
Sorry.
because as a stick fighter, he's a big enough guy. He can take these hits, and so you can feint and he'll take a hit just so he can get a crack you one too. So he does a lot of Filipino martial arts too. So, but yeah, he's willing to take. a
One
couple
thing I
hits
can
if it
see,
needs to
Vince,
you.
on those attempt, fake thrusts or whatever you want to call it, is I'm seeing that your knee is also twitching with it. If you probably just got that down to just your arm moving, you could probably get the second intention a little bit faster, because you're committing to an action with your knee. It has to land, and then you can make the second intent. I've seen you do it 3 times now, so that's why I'm saying it. So like think about how you can like provoke it with less foot movement.
Okay.
Because I know it definitely slows down your second step, because when your body commits to something, not your blade, it takes it can add a second to, we're talking split second stuff here, but
That's all it takes, right? We're talking about.
yeah. It's also like it can be a bit of a tell too, because if you're just seeing a knee twitch, like if I'm looking at you, like if I was fighting you at that point, I'm looking for the knee twitch, and I'm not actually even looking at your blade, and that's what I would focus my timing on. Like there are fighters in TSL that do a twitch thrust, like not like that, but a different one. And there's times when I fought them, and it's like, oh yeah, like literally, I just go on the twitch because I know they're not coming for another 2 seconds because I saw their whole body twitch, as opposed to just the blade, which is, you have more reaction time too if something changes.
So basically what David's saying is when you commit with your body, you're committing for a much longer period of time than when you commit with your blade.
And you can't, and it's harder to make a change at that point.
Right.
It's like why you don't step before you lunge, why you extend your blade, because if you step and then try to bring your blade in and something changes, you can't move your blade in time anymore. But if you extend your blade and then you make your step in a lunge, for example, no matter how close it is, you can change your blade at that point. So like if your opponent jumps to the side and you're just doing, it's just regular lunging, not anything that you were doing specifically, Vince. It's just in the lunge game. It's like if your body, if you do really long lunges or like a passing step, you can see really easily what happens if you extend your blade after your body. You can't change it. You're locked to that direction because you can't. Your balance will be off otherwise.
Your body's dictated what direction you're going in, right?
Correct. Yeah.
15 seconds.
But I do like you controlling the ring.
Yeah. Definitely the big thing I like is that you take one step and you cut off his angle. You just took one step. You're not actually moving much more. So you limit your movement rather than constantly moving to cut someone off, because that gives them less to work with, less to respond to. Because then they suddenly see you cutting them off and they're moving. And what you're doing is you just take a nice one step, maybe two, and then that's it. And you've already cut the angle. So it's a really minimalistic way of moving.
Smart.
that is to your advantage.
10 seconds remain. Fighters ready. Fight.
Nice.
That was nice timing.
Yeah.
Good job.
Green, blue point. Fighters ready. You put that for blue, right? Okay.
That was a really good
Ready?
indicator of distance. I mean, I really like that.
Yep.
And then the reverse.
Yep. It was.
See, there
Turned
was a
around
bad
on you.
indication of distance, right? Yeah.
But very good for Anthony.
No, it was a fun
Yeah.
fight.
Yeah.
Don't know who this. Oh, Sprague and Ryan.
Oh God.
Speed versus wisdom
Mountain.
and range.
Yeah. Dude. Yeah, exactly. I didn't see it. Jeez.
Sprague's gotten to be very patient though.
Oof.
Interesting. We had a match with Ryan very much does those parry riposts, and we had a match at Clockwork Classic where he fought and somebody was using it against him very effectively. So it was kind of a good, the tables have turned a little bit turned on him.
Ooh.
Nice.
Sprague got a leg. It was a nice little slip underneath right before.
I'm not sure what they called that one, but I think it was simultaneous.
Yep.
Pardon my
say I agree with you, Vince.
Hey, can you not, brandish a firearm on stream?
These guns, baby.
There's no guns there. Not right now.
The tournament's this way.
But the gun show is this way.
That's right.
I think I was telling Melody that she had taken the mic with her and had a conversation with the mic on her.
Oh, I remember
Yeah.
that moment. That was not a pretty
Yes.
moment for Melanie. She was not happy. Yeah, I did what?
Nice.
Oh,
Like that was some
The
great
thing I know
defense from
from
Sprague there, and Ryan still
Yeah.
just managed to break through it eventually anyway.
yeah.
Ryan is very good at adjustments. I mean that is something that he is known for being. I mean, I think I fought him at Cavalry Cup in October, and I remember I think I went down like 4-0 at the beginning, and I adjusted. And by the time I got the adjustment, it was starting to close the gap. I think at like maybe like 2 points. Within 2 points, he had adjusted again, so I didn't have time to readjust. There wasn't enough time in the match to. Not that I would have won, but I I was doing much better, but then I'm like, also, yeah, they're allowed to adjust as well. It's not just you adjusting. So
That was a
You
nice
know.
counter.
Yeah,
God,
very nice.
nice counter.
What the dog doing?
So fast. Oh, that was nice, Sprague.
Yeah, it was
Yes.
a nice little snipe. Blink and you'll miss it.
Mhm.
I saw it, Sprague.
I did
Yep.
too. I don't
I
even
did too.
Yeah.
I don't know that he made contact with the hand though. I don't know. It's hard to say
I
on
think,
video.
but
but-
I thought he parried the first and then cut back through the center and was successful. That's what I saw.
Ooh.
15 seconds.
It was I didn't see anything. Courtney had a good angle, but I didn't see anything because of the way the camera.
Well, you're trying to look through Sprague. There's your problem.
Yeah,
Right.
Exactly right.
As well as shiny.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That paint has held up really well for the
Yeah,
red.
it has,
Yeah.
especially for metallic. It truly has.
Yeah.
He looks so fearsome. I mean,
Ooh.
4 seconds left.
and every scratch just makes it looks better. So
Right.
Right.
There you go, Sprague. Going right through him.
His back cuts, Ryan's back cuts are pretty lethal, man.
yes, they are.
He's got that down. From from a broad back cut to a subtle back cut. He's got that. Who was it that was counterpunching him? You were saying, David, in Clockwork.
What? Sorry, say that again.
You were mentioning about how Ryan uses almost like a counter reaction. You said somebody basically had used that approach against him. Who was it that was using?
Yeah, we have a California fighter. He's only fought like 2 tournaments. Has martial arts background, but his name's Jay Trojan, and he was very much using the a similar style of like knock it to the side and make the contact on Ryan's quick thrust. So he was able to read Ryan's speed and
Gotcha.
use that against him.
Both his speed and how much blade he's extending.
Well, I mean, I think also it was a little bit of timing, of just reading the time and
I would love to have seen
using
that.
footwork to create the distance. I have it on tape. I haven't on a card along with additional
Perfect.
Starfighter stuff. It's like, once my life slows down a little bit, I'm
There
gonna.
you go. Well, if you think of it, even
I
if it's a
understand
year
that.
from now, let me see it. I'd love to see that.
Yeah.
Be a good thing to watch.
Definitely.
I mean, Ryan lost the match. I spoiler warning. You can see it on Challenge, but he did lose in the semifinals in that match. So,
Gotcha. Cool.
It's crazy.
Cool.
Fun fights, really good fights.
Like I said, all of those were excellent fights, great examples of movement, and just excellent fighters in general. I mean,
Can I say how much I really appreciate you guys coming out to Starfighter and joining us here in Charlottesville? Because you guys you guys made it a blast. We had a blast with all of you, and we just hope that you guys just had so much, because we had fun having you. So
Seriously.
Yeah, I'm glad it was able to work out. You know, usually it's during the school year, it's impossible with kids, but
Yeah,
it happened to be with spring break for the kids and other family things. It was my mother-in-law's 70th birthday, so we just the following
nice.
week. So
Yeah,
that was, you know, and I'm able to get a flexible work arrangement, so I didn't have to take vacation, so it worked out.
good.
Nice.
Very cool.
Nice.
Yeah, because David
so-
never came to the first two Starfighters.
Whoa.
It's-
We don't shame here, okay?
It's very difficult to make that.
I
You know,
get
it gets
it, man, I
expensive
know.
to fly too.
Yeah.
Like that's
It
that's
does indeed.
it's getting expensive, and I feel that for anybody that has to come out to a California one.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
because
keep
it's-
wanting to come out there.
Yeah.
A lot of good folks, a lot of good people. I always enjoy when I go out to see my in-laws, so it's just so many reasons why to make it out to California.
Oh, I've never been.
But the state or just to a
State,
California
never,
tournament.
never been out
Okay.
to California.
All the above, yeah.
Well, I mean, there's a
All
lot
the
to
above,
see
yeah.
in the state. It's a huge state, so it's like you say
Yes.
you saw
Yeah.
California. It's like, well, you saw one little piece. You know, it's like saying
Mhm.
you went to Virginia and you say I saw all of the Northeast. You know,
Right.
so. But yeah, no, I appreciate the hospitality and everything coming out, and there were some great fights and some great fighters coming up in Virginia and the West Virginia contingent. I think that was that their like first major tournament for a
Yeah.
lot of them.
That was.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I think that that's a good thing, and hopefully they get the bug and they want to go to other tournaments. It's great when we can have out of town people. No
Mhm.
matter where the tournament is, it's great when out of town people can come in or come into their first tournament. I mean, even when I go to like Florida and there's somebody from New Jersey or something like that, it's like great,
Mhm.
good. They're getting exposed to fighters they would never interact with.
Never see. And that's why I loved it
Absolutely.
so much. You know, I really enjoyed my fights with Clint. It was so much fun.
I enjoy it too.
And yeah, the Masters, I mean, like, first of all, my pools were so deep and like I had surrounded by sharks. So, you know,
That's the problem. Every pool is deep. You can't
Yes.
have an easy pool. Like
no.
you think,
I just
oh, I've
want
never seen this
one.
name before. It's gonna be, maybe I'll get, one easy guaranteed win. Nope, they just
Nope.
happen to be.
Those are the ones that
some-
actually worry me. The ones you
The way
don't
that you
know.
don't
It's the
know.
sleepers that'll get
Yeah.
you, not the ones you know.
Yeah,
Well, and when
yeah,
you
yeah,
see those
sure.
young guys, I mean, that's like I fought Isaac in the pool,
Mhm.
and it's like, you see a younger guy that's tall and can hop around. It's like, great, now I actually have to move.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, I
Yeah.
don't really
He's
want to do that.
tall
Can we
and young.
can we not do that? Can we not?
Yeah, he's tall and young and long and yeah.
Yeah.
Too much.
Like
Yep. Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much. We really appreciate it. And
Yep.
yeah, the Starfighter was a really fun event. I was just talking with Courtney about it too, about how much fun we had. And yeah, if we even have about the same amount or even 3-4 more fighters, we're gonna have to actually relocate and have a bigger venue for you, because it was just we were right at capacity. So
Don't worry, I'm on it.
Yeah. Oh, so we're having it at Ryan's next time. Okay, fine.
No,
Oh, God.
hell no.
We'll have it at
Starfighter.
farm.
You gotta survive the goats
Starfighter
first.
Ranch Edition.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fight the
exactly right.
goats
We all
first.
fight goats.
Ranch Water 2025.
Yes.
All right,
Love
y'all.
it.
Thank y'all for coming.
Out on the
This was
range.
awesome.
Not a problem.
Thanks for the
And I will
invite.
see y'all soon.
Take care,
Thank you
everyone.
guys.
Take care,
Have a
all.
good night.